Hey, good morning, everybody. Ryan with On This Day in MMA. What an amazing fight card this was this weekend. Just an amazing card. A lot of people talking about now what happens after this with Khazmat. Does he get the title shot at middleweight? Is he deserving of it? Strickland came out in a podcast said he wasn't really deserving of the next title shot. He beat a guy coming off the couch, 170-pounder. I think he's playing a little bit there. Not really playing, but he's kind of, you know, pushing back a little bit on that as far as like, does he really want to fight Khazmat? What happens with Duplessis? Is he still in there? Look, the UFC is a business first. They're in the money making business. They're going to put whoever can draw the biggest on the pay-per-views. And I don't know if like people just don't like that or they don't understand how that really works, but that's what the UFC is all about. They're in the money making business. They're in the fight business, but they're in the money making business too. They're going to put whoever in there can sell the pay-per-views. That's what they're doing. I think it's Khazmat. Dana even said it before the card even started. This was the number one contender. Whoever won this fight was getting a shot at Strickland at middleweight. And then the thing came out with the whole hand thing. Khazmat, his hand he said his hand was broken after the first round. It's hard to say. I don't know if they've done any testing yet on it. I just saw a podcast with Bisbing or whatever and was saying that they haven't done any tests yet. No MRIs were done, or they have done, but maybe they haven't put it out yet. But, um, you know, Dana said the number one contender, whoever won that fight, was getting the shot, and then downplaying Usman, dude. The guy was the most dominant champion ever in welterweight history. One of the most. I mean, second fiddle to GSP, I guess. He was chasing GSP, and you could probably make the argument that he was probably right there. Those are the top two. Those are the top two dogs in the welterweight division ever in the history of the welterweight division. It's GSP and Usman. So he didn't just fight just some guy coming off the couch who was just some random guy. It was the most dominant welterweight champion ever, and he beat him. I mean, straight up, he beat him. So I think you give the next title shot to Khazmat for sure. I mean, he can draw. It would be a massive, massive fight. Yeah, I think you definitely give it to him. Duplessis, I don't know. Maybe he gets the winner. I don't know if he's got any, if he still has some injury stuff lingering or this or that. But I think you could play him. I think you could put him next in line to get the winner. Which, gosh, I mean, that wouldn't be for like another year. I mean, he could sit it out and probably take that fight. But would he want to sit out that long? Could they put him in there against somebody else? Then you start taking that risk, though. You start taking that risk that if he does take a fight, before the fight, if he was offered the winner of Khazmat and Strickland, that fight wouldn't happen for, gosh, I don't know. Well, it might happen after the first of the year sometime, spring maybe, something like that, depending on Khazmat's hand. I could see it in February, March, April, somewhere around there. Is he going to want to sit that long? Because Duplessis hasn't fought since what, Whitaker? Since he took out Whitaker, that would be like over a year probably that he'd be out. So, you know, that's the great thing about the UFC, dude. Like, man, I could just imagine sitting in those rooms on like Tuesdays when they do the matchmaking and stuff like that. Man, it's just like, there's so many different scenarios. You could do this one, that one. Which one would make more money? But like I said, at the end of the day, they are in the money-making business. They're money makers. That's what they do. They're going to put whoever can draw on that card and they can make the most money off of. That's the name of the game. That's the business. So either one of them, I'd really be looking forward to either one of them when they do fight. But I do think it's going to be Khazmat versus Strickland after the first of the year sometime. They'll probably announce it at some point. Maybe before then they'll announce it. But I think that's definitely going to happen next because it came from the horse's mouth himself. Dana said it before the fight. Whoever wins this is going to get the shot at Strickland. They're going to be the number one contender. So I'm sure they're figuring something out with Duplessis. These are smart people. They have stuff lined up in advance. They know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. So I'm sure they've already been in talks with Duplessis, or his people's probably already reached out to him and, tried to figure out something that they can do or what, or, but they're going to get it worked out. So, cool. I just wanted to check in with you guys, man. Hope you all have a good day. We'll see what comes out of the news later today. Maybe make another video a little later on this evening or this afternoon. We'll see the news that comes out on this Monday about MMA and UFC and everything like that. So you guys have a good one. We'll see you. Bye.